King.
Okay, maybe try it again.
Yeah, I just gave access to Dr. King and Merlene. Let me see if I can. Okay, it should be open now to everybody. But just let me know. Or it'll be on the screen. But I think I just reset the permissions. All right. Anyway, so here's our agenda. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see what's in here. People of interest. Okay, so the plan for today is to get started on the story map. And so is everybody familiar with what a story map is?
Yes, I am.
Yes, no. Oh, okay, fine. So this map that we're going to build today will be a map of points of interest for South Dade Community Champions. Thank you all for providing the database up front. So we have that in our materials, the shared attribute table. And so I will, let's see. Looks like some of y'all already have access, but I'm going to change this to, oh, this is already open to anyone with the link. Okay.
Yeah, I put it in the chat. I think it's the second link I sent for that.
Okay, so we have the database, and so let me get the agenda back up here. So I guess we'll go to, well, we've done the purpose and introduction. I mean, purpose and objectives. So now I guess we can introduce ourselves. I'll go first. I'm Dr. David A. Padgett, Associate Professor of Geography at Tennessee State University, the other TSU. I think I'm somewhere in the documentation. I was at Texas Southern. I think Monique did that, but you know, I don't mind being affiliated with Texas Southern. But I'm at Tennessee State University in Nashville, Tennessee. Who wants to go next? Anybody?
Hi, my name is Merlene Leons. I am a community champion with Catalyst for representing South Dade, Miami, Florida.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anna Ruth. I'm a community engagement coordinator and happy to be here today.
Hey everyone, my name is Keith Rascados. I am also a community champion of South Dade, and I have been living in Miami-Dade County for about 20 years right now, or over 20 years.
Hi everyone, my name is Alexi De La Garza. I'm a community champion for South Dade, and I was born and raised here, so.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mary, community champion for South Dade.
Is that everybody? Dr. King, are you gonna introduce yourself?
I'm Danae King. I am an environmental justice researcher at Texas Southern University, and I have the pleasure of collaborating on a project with Catalyst Miami. And so Dr. Padgett and I have done this work that we're going to do today with Overtown, with the community of Overtown in Miami, and also with Miami Gardens. So we are excited to kind of go through this process with you today. And before we get started, can you kind of just give us a little information about the community, how you all serve as community champions for South Dade? You can do it, Anna Ruth, if that's.
Yeah, I was gonna wait and see if anyone else wanted to say. We do a lot of different things. So right now, one of our really big tasks is well, I'll start, I guess, with some things last year. So I don't know if you know, but Florida really shoved teachers back into going to teach in person really quickly,
Mhm.
not leaving them a lot of like time to prepare, maybe like a weekend in total. And so one of my community champions, she's not here, but her name is Aura. She's a teacher herself, and she suggested for us to do like a teacher kit, right? Like a emergency preparedness teacher kit. And we made these kits that had a few essentials, right? Some masks for teachers, some masks for kids, because that was a really big thing. Kids not keeping the mask on, hand sanitizer. There was a note in there. I think there was gloves in there. There was a lot of like good things for the teachers, and they were passed out to I think it was 3 different locations. That was one of the things we focused on. We've also done disaster kits to farm workers to make sure that they're prepared for all of that. We did some civic sessions right before election cycle that was run by my community team. And that was really successful. Lots of people had a lot of questions about
Mhm.
elections. We're working on right now on a few different things. We're trying to be more involved with so like finding out what's going on in our community. So Merlene and I are working on there's like a park that needed like fixing upping and stuff, but we discovered it's going to be turned into a dog park. So now we're kind of questioning where did that even, who decided that or
Who
any.
decided that for the community?
Yeah, because it's a pretty decent walking park right now. It just needed a little bit of like, beautifying. It had its
Mhm.
holes. But it's gonna be a dog park now. So we're in the process of that. We're trying to do something revolving healthcare too, to see if we can like do like a pamphlet or something where we have a lot of like available services for people that are undocumented or anyone that's like low income, so they don't get overcharged, because we see that that happens a lot. And we just have a few things happening. I don't know if I missed anything or if anyone wants to mention anything.
In regards to asset mapping, we've also expressed interest in like doing asset maps that explore our own interest. For example, I'm Asian American, and I want to like do an asset map more for like AAPI, for the AAPI community, because a lot of the AAPI community are not aware of the resources in their own community. I know there's some people who express interest in doing something more for excursions, more for BIPOC businesses. So they're all like building up on each other. And also, what I also like about asset mapping is that we also, through Catalyst Miami, we have a program called Clear, which talks a lot about climate change. And they also focus a little bit on like asset mapping, like trying to figure out where in a community we might see like events regarding climate change. So so asset mapping is definitely something that interests a lot of people in our group.
And are you all, you're all volunteers? Is there like a specific program, or you just can volunteer as, do you have time, or how does it work, Anna?
So they're contracted with Catalyst. They're paid $15 an hour for up to 25 hours per month. And the activities could range from coming to something like this, or doing like a virtual training, or our biweekly meetings, or maybe meeting with elected officials. Anything that really like is in policy and advocacy, it can count towards their hours. But they're all from South Dade, so I like screen them beforehand to make sure that there's like a there's a connection.
Okay, well, that's excellent. Thank you. Okay, take it away, Dr. Padgett.
Okay, that's good. So let me go back to sharing my screen here. If I happen to freeze at any moment, it's because of my internet. Hopefully Comcast will be kind today. We'll see. So the plan for today, I'm glad a couple of you all expressed interest in doing other maps. So this will be in some ways a workshop / tutorial. So thank you all for sending some photos. And so we have photos, and part of what we were going to do was to populate the interest sites database, but you've done that already. So that takes us a long way. And yeah, so I see that you have some assets here and descriptions, brief descriptions, and of course, latitude and longitude. And so this is the first step in developing the story map. I like this format. Let me just, if I have a second, I'm going to stop my share. I'm just doing this on the fly here. I'm just going to show you another format if I can quickly. This is off script, but let me see if I can find the, okay, yeah, perfect. So when I did the Overtown story map, I did just a little bit of a different format. And this is a format that I would recommend that you do in preparation to doing a story map. And so just taking each site and putting it into like a Word, this is just a Word document, and then description, and then a link to more. So this is just the preparation piece that I worked on with the folks in Overtown. So they got just nice pictures of each site, and then history either from an archive site. Most of these sites have had some form of information. So we did, I think so we just did this for all of the original. This site was really interesting just while we're here. This building looks kind of nondescript, and did some research and found out that this X-ray clinic was the first, was the only place that Black people could get X-rays for a long time, by Dr. Samuel H. Johnson. You'd never know it by looking at it, but that building could easily be torn down, and but it could be like a STEM museum. You know, just think about the significance of an MD in those days creating an X-ray clinic. And yeah, and the building is like, it's really a unique architecture. I mean, that could be like a little STEM museum to me. I mean, with the proper investment, have kids come by and learn about Dr. Samuel H. Johnson. I mean, that's heroic. I mean, it's somebody would set up an X-ray clinic in 1939 as a Black man. And so anyway, so that was one of the more interesting sites. So this is just something a format that I would recommend, because then you've got all your photographs and everything all in one place. And then I think the only thing that I would add here would be the latitude and longitude, but I think they did that later. But that's just an example of a format. I'm going to show you another story map later on from Atlanta. I don't want us to get intimidated, right? But like I said, this is just a start. So I'm going to need everyone's help here in a moment. So we've got okay, so we might not have to use Google Maps or Google Earth. I've set up a ArcGIS Online account for you all. Let's see, and it's right here. So this is the South Dade map. This is the one we actually set up last year, and so I also, so we're logged in here, and so the plan is to have someone in your group take this over. So just, you have this recording, and then I'll give you the password, and then you can go for it.
Yeah,
but we're gonna do this collectively today. Harambe. You know? And so there's a site called so this is the main ArcGIS Online page or site. It's free. It's free for this level, and we can upgrade later, or you can upgrade later, or there's some tricks to add more locations, and I'll show you that later. But if it's free, I think you're limited as far as how many points, but there's a way to work around it. There's always a workaround, right? But now this is the classic story maps site. Now I like there are two different kinds of, but there's classic story maps and there's the new story maps. I guess I like the old school. So I'm gonna put this link in the chat. This is the story maps site. So while you're logged into the main page, then you just open up the story maps page. And so what we're going to do today is create a story. So there's all kinds of different layouts. I like the story map tour for asset mapping, because that's essentially what you're doing. So I'm going to click here and go to build a map tour. And here we go. Okay, so if you're using the free version, they always want to make it a little difficult for you if it's free. So but if you pay if you do the free trial only lasts 21 days. But I think it's $100 per year for nonprofit organizations or grassroots organizations. Then you can just upload from your hard drive. But if you're doing it this way, you'll have to bring them in from Flickr. So I did create a Flickr account. And so Flickr, I think, is just a picture sharing service. So this is the Flickr account for South Dade. So I created it for you all. And so this is just a start. You can add to it again. So here are the photos. Now there's one photo I didn't quite, I called this, is this the town hall photo with the airplane? I don't know. I just called it that. I don't know.
Oh, I think that's the air base, no? Dr. Mary, is that the air base?
Yeah, I can.
It might be. I got a lot of photos. I got like 20 pictures all together. So
No, that's not the airbase. That's just like a statue of an old plane they have like in the middle of the highway by where Starbucks is or where Mario's is. I'm not very good with the street names, but if anybody knows what I'm talking about, like right by Mario's Cuban restaurant and the tag agency.
Okay, so it's just like
it's just a statue.
Historic,
kind of.
But yeah, so that's always all. The rest of them, well, I guess they're pretty self-explanatory. So the thing is, I don't know where any of these places are. So when we go to, but you all do. So I'm going to go back into the build a map.
I'm sorry, you guys were asking if it's the airbase. No, it's not. I'm on my phone and I couldn't figure out how to get back to the screen that I needed to unmute. No, it's not. It's in the middle of the street. It's on US 1. And you're talking about the plane thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on US 1 in the middle of the street, and US 1 and like 315th Street or something.
Okay, so we'll get to that. So thank you. So we're going to go into Flickr, and again, this is live, unrehearsed, and a lot of times when I work with my students, they want everything to be smooth. I'm like, that's just not the way it is. So if there's a glitch, just at least we'll figure out how to work around the glitches. Hopefully that won't happen. But this Flickr part is kind of tricky. So what you have to do is when you put your photos into Flickr, I put them into a folder called South Dade Story Map. And hopefully this will work out. This is the trickiest part. Like I said, it's much easier It's much easier to do this when you, of course, when you pay, they always make it easier after you pay to do anything, right? And say, here, you have the free introductory version, but we're gonna make you suffer a little bit. So let's see if this is gonna work. Click on this. Okay, so the username, I think the username in Flickr was, let's see.
It's not South Dade story map.
Yeah, South Dade GIS mapping. So I'm just having a senior moment, here. All right, where are we? Okay. South Dade GIS mapping, and hopefully this, oh yes, it worked on the first try. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. Okay, so now we're gonna hit import. Okay, so now here's where I need your help. Now, if these photographs had been geo-referenced, like if you had used an iPhone that had the location on it, when I did pull them in, they would have popped right onto the map. But clearly they're not geo-referenced, so this makes this. So first there's Pinto's Farm. So you have to zoom in. And so I have no idea where Pinto's Farm, but you do. So just, let's see. Just y'all tell me where it is. I mean, or about where it is.
I think you have to go further south, no?
Okay, have to go further south.
Oh,
Alexi, did you guys upload that, Alexi or Dr. Mary? That's further south in Homestead, Florida City.
Which one, Marlene?
Pinto's Farm.
Oh, I don't know about, no, I didn't do Pinto's. I did Robert is Here and the Seminole Theater.
So Pinto's Farm is on 216th Street and 148, Miami, Florida. The address is 14890 Southwest 216th Street. There's an address function.
So it's
So no, a little further north, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we can, yeah, this makes it fun. So it's 216th Street?
Yeah, so the address
is
okay,
yeah, like about there, yeah.
Oh, well, there's Monkey Jungle right there. Why don't we, since we're right there at Monkey Jungle, that's convenient. Let's go all this.
It's like across the street from Monkey Jungle, I think.
Okay, so we got Monkey Jungle right here. So here's Monkey Jungle. Click on the picture, and then just tap anywhere in Monkey Jungle, and then we drop the pin, hit import. And so now we have our first site, so to speak. And then this is in editor mode. So we have Monkey Jungle, and then let's see, let me go back into.
This is really gonna work on our street skills, especially mine.
Yeah. Let's see, come on. It's the only thing is that the Zoom, let me stop my share for just a second. The Zoom window gets in the way of everything. So slide this over.
No worries, you're good. We're all, I was like, I'm not good with street locations.
All right, my screen share. Okay, here we go. So let's see, Monkey Jungle. Well, that's not, is that in our database? Okay, well, it's not in our database, but that's fine. We can always come back and let's find one that is. Let's see. So we have.
I think
okay, well, yeah, there's lots of stuff.
Like Miami-Dade College, Homestead.
Yeah, we've got Robert is Here has some. Okay, we'll do that next. So, but where? Okay, let me stop my share. Yeah, the Zoom box just gets in the way of everything. Okay, let me bring my screen share back up. All right. Whoa. There we go. Okay, so now, so in theory, if well, I guess we could do a little collaborative. What, I don't know, what is Monkey Jungle? So we can just anybody.
I would just write
Sure.
something like, from the little bit that I know, it's just like a place to visit. I've never visited, honestly, being here in South Dade all these years.
Yeah, well, you can always fill that in later.
Yeah.
Let me save this. Very important to
Is there
click,
another
hit
button
that.
at the bottom to save? Like, I can't see below the box. Is it, or there's only save at the top?
Yeah, there's a save buttons right here. I mean, yeah. I don't know if you can see it right here.
Yeah, yeah. So where it shows number 1, it has that big number 1. It just shows the title, Monkey Jungle. Then it has the box for the description. Is there anything below that box, the description box?
I think yeah, we're in edit mode, so it looks kind of funny. Like I said, you can change. We can change the title. What do y'all want the title to be? South Dade
I
Community
think that was
Champions.
good. South Dade Community Story Map was fine, I think.
South Dade Community Champions story map, or is that okay? You can always change it.
And I guess I have a question too. So like if we didn't want to make this number 1, could we make this like number 2 or or it
Yeah,
depends on
you can submit them. You can do it in any order that you want.
okay.
Yeah, so let me see if I can. I don't want to change the base. Yeah, let's see. Oh, okay. I'm going to change the layout. I like the, let's see, 3 panels. This will look good. Let's look at what 3 panel. Yeah, I like the 3 panels a little easier to see because now you have the map over here. And then of course you'd have the description there. So let's see, import. Yeah, let's go back to import. Yeah, like I said, this is such a pain in the neck. Unless you pay. So if we paid, it would be much quicker. But that's for like, oh, I just got to give these people my money because I can't do this. But it's not. once you get the hang of it, as you can see, it's not really that. Okay, so we said. So I had a picture of the. Let's see, where is it?
I think you said Robert is here.
Oh, here it is. Robert is here. Okay, so now we're gonna look for. Robert is here. Wait a minute. Just give me 1 second here. All right. All right, just give me 1 second. All right, well, let's just go for it. I'm gonna. All right, Robert is here, fruit stand. Okay, so where is Robert is here?
Very south. Almost, I think almost in Florida City. Let's see. Okay, but I need assistance from my champions team. I'm not the best with streets.
The address is 19200 Southwest 344th Street, Homestead.
Like I know how to get there, but
Oh, okay. So here's 344th Street. You said it's at 19.
I've dropped it in the chat, 19200 Southwest 344th Street, Homestead.
Am I getting warm?
that's a very good question.
Okay, we're on 344th Street. Anything looking familiar? That's Russ. I'm still on 344. Is it near the Speedway? Oh, I'm in, like, is that the ocean? Well, I guess it can't be there.
It's closer to the Everglades.
Question. Yeah, she did
Oh,
that, I think.
It's kind of deep in.
It's like right before you hit the alligator park, I think. If it has that on the map.
All right. Oops, it's 380. Oh, here's 344. Is it near the alligator park? Yes.
What does that say? Park what? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like looking super into my computer.
What was that address again?
19200 Southwest.
Oh, so it must be right here. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like you're getting close. Isn't that little block it right there?
Is that it? Hey, there's 19201.
Yeah, it
So
has
this has to be it.
Interesting.
So I'm going to hit import. Okay, so now we have the Robert is here fruit stand. So I'm going to go to, let me hit save. Yeah, my students, they'll build a map, then they'll don't save it and close it. Dr. Padgett, I did everything, I swear.
Oh, no.
Well, okay, so this is an interesting format. So let's just go and we can get the description. Wow, okay.
Yeah, just Control C, there you go.
And go back to our map, edit me, boom. And let's see if this works. Oh, there we go. And so now when, you know, when you, so here's a tour. Like I said, when this is in view mode, the person visiting the site will click here. Let's see. So now you've got your two sites on the map. If you click on this, it'll go there, and then you can, let's see, you can, you know, minimize the text box to see the photo, bring it back, and then so on and so forth. Okay, so we've got two sites.
While we're looking for another site, I just wanted to say I actually got to visit Robert is Here fruit stand. They have great shakes, right? That's a milkshake place.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, it's like in the middle of like a lot of land too.
Yes, but the shakes, I remember the shakes. They were delicious.
Yes, and they have a lot.
Anna Ruth, there's another picture with the name that you can see, actually see the name. Robert is here. You missed that one?
Maybe, let me see. I don't know if I uploaded it to the pictures.
Yeah, just some of the sites had more than one photo. And it is possible, like if you wanted to put more than one photo for whatever reason, then you just would add it, you know, in close proximity if you wanted to have a different view of the site, then maybe 3 might be back here. And it would be Robert is here, fruit stand 2, or something like
Okay.
that, or 2A or whatever. And so again, you can change the color of the
numbers.
the numbers if you want, for whatever reason.
Can I ask a question about ArcGIS?
Yes.
Is there like a layering feature if we ever want to layer different asset maps onto each other? For example, like have a climate asset map and then like a housing justice like asset map. And like can we do that on ArcGIS?
Yeah, I mean, there's a way. Well, in this format, you could just say, bring in different images. This is all based upon images, and so you could, in theory, say, well, all of the green points are a certain kind of site, then all the purple points are whatever, so yeah. And like I said, and this is only, I'll show you a different type of story map later on, but just I'll get to that one later on.
Yeah, and I'm gonna follow up with the Zebe to see. Oh, sorry. To see if I can if we can get the paid version, because I don't think it's that much. If you said it's like $100 a year for
Yeah, $100 a year for nonprofit, and like I said, if you go out with a
the iPhone to
with
geolocate.
one of these, and
Yeah.
you have your pictures, and you hit upload, they'll all pop right into the map. All this we're doing right now, this is great for interactive community work. Could you imagine? I mean, really, because if we're at some point meeting all together, we would have this up on the screen, and everybody's out there, and they're like, oh, what about this? What about that? And you can move around, and it just gets everybody engaged, as opposed to boom, here's all our points, and then people could add in whatever they
More
wanted to
pictures.
in terms of what Monkey Jungle. Yeah, somebody out there might know what. Oh yes, I take my kids there. I work there, or something, and then they could just so part of this is just getting everybody involved in making the map, and not just, oh, here's your map. And so, like I said, also, this is just the beginning. If anyone, Keith, wants to move forward and take this over, that's the plan. I don't want, once you get this, get the password, you can do this yourselves, and then my work here is done. So I guess we're getting the hang of it here. Let's import another one. Let's see which one of them that has a description already. What is, okay, that's not, what's that doing there? It's one of my quizzes. All right, how did we get there? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so let's see. I think we have, okay, so we do have a picture. There's no, okay, not from, let's see. Okay, we do have, okay, great. So I know we have a picture of the Seminole Theater here. All right, I know we have a picture here. Import. Here. And look up album, import. Okay. Yeah, they really make you want to pay, but it's not really that. I mean, I've
How much is the payment, Dr. Padgett?
$100 per year.
$100 a year for Flickr?
No, for the upgraded version of story maps.
Of story map.
Yeah, once you do that, then like I said, it's one click. Pictures. If your pictures are georeferenced, they're on this. Then of course you'd still have to go through the process of filling in the descriptions, which can still be interactive. But then you miss out on all this fun of. Okay, now we have the Seminole Theater. So where is that?
That is in Homestead.
Okay.
If you see Losner Park, perhaps it's the address is 18 North Chrome Ave.
18th North Chrome. Wait a minute.
Or I see the intersection is like West Maury Drive, and then the 997 is the
Okay, there's 997. Okay, and so it's at, what's the address?
18 North Chrome Ave.
18. So in the 18.
Mhm.
1-8. Oh, so that would be,
Oh, it's right there next to Losner, in front, like by where the park is. Right at that building right under it, or
this one?
yeah, that's what my Apple Maps is telling me.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, yeah, normally, yeah, we would have used Google Maps as a supplement, but
Yeah, it's
okay.
just 'cause there's a few things in that like little area.
There's an import. Let's see. I'll click on map to locate. Boom. Import, and there's the Seminole Theater. And then we can go back to our description. All right, and then here, and we'll save it. So now we have 3 points, and then we can go around here. So let's see. So we might, let's see, we're still in edit mode. Maybe we can do this by type. So let's see. So obviously, so you have the category, you have entertainment, and then the what was the other thing that we just, so entertainment, and we had oh, Robert is here, which is farm tourism. So I mean, we could we can make all the, if we were going to, we can make entertainment sites one color, and then we could make something else another color, but we're not going to necessarily do that now. Let's see, we have Nas, I think we have Nas Berry Farm, I think. I'm almost sure we do. So let me save this. Import, Flickr, lookup. I think we have Nosberry. Oh, here it is. We've got Nosberry Farm. Okay, so where is Nosberry? Is the address on there? I can't see it. It looks like the address is on the sign.
Not, hold on. Give me 1 second. Nosberry Farm is 15980 Southwest 248th Street in Homestead.
248. Okay, so there's 248th Street. And what's the address again?
It's 15980.
So this should be at 159. Should be around here somewhere. 15980.
Oh yeah, it's very close by, because I'm
You're right there because it's across
Yeah.
from that school, I think. Yeah.
yeah.
So somewhere around here.
Yeah, hold on. Land school. Yes, I think it's actually right there where your mouse is.
Right
Yeah, I
here.
think so too. Yeah, and it's not a big, as far as I know, it's not a big building. It may have a lot of land, but the actual bakery is very small.
It is very small.
Okay, let me see if I can let me see. Oops. I'm just trying to check on something here. Man. Yeah, I'm trying this. Oh, boy, okay. Let me see. Save settings. Okay, I'm not going to mess with that. Yeah, just once. No. All right. Maybe this is in the way. Oh, okay. this Zoom thing is in the way. Okay, I'm gonna this, and sometimes it might help if we change the base map. So I'm gonna go to imagery hybrid. This may work. It might make it more difficult, might make it easier. I don't know. So now we've gone to satellite image. And so sometimes we can see things on the ground a little bit easier. So I guess it looks like, yeah, it looks like where that farm is.
Yeah, I think it's that green roof.
Yeah, that's probably it. Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, sometimes using the satellite imagery makes it easier to see things on the ground, but yeah, this Zoom stuff just okay. So now we come here and we can get the let's see, 19 brothers Harvey Nas. Copy. Whoops, man. And so now we have our 4th location there. The tour is starting to build out. Okay, let's see what's next. So you don't want to. I don't know why these quizzes are in here. Let me just get them out of here.
We're gonna have
Yeah,
tests on it. No.
Yeah, I was grading papers that was just open. Okay, so let's see. I thought I saw. No, let's see. No. I guess we have plenty of photos. We have that. Robert is here. There's got to be another one. Oh, Deering Estate. Okay, yeah, we have Deering Estate. All right, in a photograph. So go to import. You know, I always tell my students practice is perfect. So just repetitively, the more you do it, the easier it gets. Boom, look up, select album, boom, boom, import, and Deering Estate. Okay, here it is. All right, so I have no idea where this is. So where is Deering? It looks like it's somewhere on the coast. I have no idea.
I'm gonna look at the address, but it's further north. It's very close to like about 168, Southwest 168th Street.
Okay.
Then let me look at the, what you call it.
Yeah, it's very east. And
72nd Avenue.
Okay, we're getting close.
Yeah, it is near the water. So as you go closer to the water, you'll be near the bay.
And 70. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Any of that look familiar? Is that it or?
Yeah, it's a lot of land and a couple buildings. So
Yeah,
yeah.
It's that, yes.
Mhm.
This is it?
Mhm.
Okay. drop that marker there. Import. Back here, see Deering Estate. Back to the map. Boom, boom, boom. And save. Okay, starting to get a, yeah, and this is a large area. So this is not, I mean, we can do this, then also you can do smaller walking if you want to do a walking tour. That's fine. So you know, you can have more than one of these, but like I said, this is just the building blocks. And of course, as you saw in Overtown, they took this base map and added QR codes to, they had historical sites. And so now if you go there, you can take your phone and scan over the sites that were part of the original base map. And they created a mobile app off of this base map.
Oh,
And yeah, it's really neat. And I think what I was told that when they presented their story map to the community, a lot of elders came out and said, "Oh, I remember there's something else over here. There's something else over there. There's this other thing." You know, so sometimes after you present this map to your community members, you know, they'll add even more things, just like we're doing now. So it'll just build it out, make it much richer. And I'm sure there are places that we walk by every day that we don't realize are there. And then somebody will say, "Oh, that's a whatever. That's a kids theater that's been here that Miss Jenkins started 10 years ago that only people in the neighborhood know about." You know, so those are the kinds of things that you can add later. Okay, so we've got 5 things. Let's see. Let me go. So I'm going off of my challenged memory here. We didn't have that. I thought that plane was the town hall, but it wasn't. Let's see. Do we have Empower? Nope, 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 nope.
I know we don't have a description for for
Oh.
MDC Homestead or La Michoacana, but I know we have pictures of them. I saw them.
Okay, yeah, okay.
a good
All
one
right.
too would be the winery, because who would think that Florida has a winery?
Okay, I think, yeah. Yeah, let's go to import again. See what we have. I'm going from memory, and you know, my memory is not what it used to be. Okay, so we've got Pinto's Farm. Robert is here. The Pioneer Museum, the Secret Gardens. That was a good song back in the day. Oh, the La Michona Palateria. Is that next? But we don't have a. But that's fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, I cropped all the people out of the picture, I think. All right. So I guess, okay, I'm gonna click on that. So where is this?
That one is in Homestead. It's very close by the Seminole Theater. Oh, but we can't see the Seminole Theater. Sorry. On Washington Ave.
Okay, there's Washington.
It's 334 Washington Ave.
3-3. So that's off.
What is this again, Anna Ruth?
This is La Michoacana. It's by the Seminole Theater, like on the other side of it, right in front of Miami-Dade Homestead.
But what is it actually? I don't know.
Oh, it's an ice cream shop. It's a Mexican ice cream shop.
okay.
They sell like a lot of like Mexican food, like
Popsicles.
street foods. Yeah.
Oh, here it is right there.
Popsicles, ice cream, and like snacks.
It's really
Yeah, so,
good.
it's right here. So like sometimes with the hybrid base map, you can actually see the building footprints, and then if we're lucky, it'll have the label on it. So we can, here we go, boom, and then import, and there we go. So, well, we can, so what, we can just do this. So what is this, Anna Ruth?
It is a Mexican popsicle / street food location.
We call it is it a restaurant or
I mean,
vendor?
they're building a restaurant next to it. It's from the same people. But right now, I think it's just popsicles and like Mexican like street food. But if you
Is it
ever
pretty?
want some good ice cream,
I'll have to try that. I've never been there.
yeah, they're good. They're good.
I definitely agree with Anna Ruth, and it's all like homemade. And
Yeah, and they have like so many locations now all throughout South Dade. So
Right.
you can find the closest one to your house. It doesn't have to be the one at Homestead.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can go here and then you can go get bread really close by too. So
Where's the bread place?
at it's called La Patrona. This one is it's like you go past Seminole Theater, like if you're going away from that little like downtown area, and it's like right in front of the police station. There's a bakery. It's good Mexican bread.
No offense, Anna Ruth, but that is not the best bread
No,
in South Dade.
it's not the best. I
No,
have a better one.
don't go there, Merlene, because it's not the best.
So
If
is
you
it supposed to
want-
be like Mexican bread or what?
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's not very good, I'm gonna be honest.
What? Which one is better?
You should go to La Favorita in Florida City.
In Florida.
It's right across from the town hall.
I have another location, but in Boca.
Okay,
Not
well, that's
really
not
good.
close by.
I know.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if
so-
you want like the better, go to La Favorita.
I saw it, but I don't think we have a picture of it. Maybe I've been there too.
Yeah. So your tour is building out now, and what was interesting was a couple of summers ago, I was leading some teenagers. I guess they were high school students in a GIS camp. We had a GIS camp, and so one of the things that people, I mean, I was joking about Nashville earlier being, country music, but actually Nashville is now, we kind of missed 4 years, but it's historically been a major refugee resettlement location. And so I don't know if you all saw a movie called The Good Lie. There was some famous actress in it. It was it was called The Good Lie, but it was actually about some Sudanese refugees who came to the US. It was actually based in Nashville, but they changed the location. Anyway, but because Nashville has so many, I guess, religious organizations here or faith-based organizations, Nashville is called the buckle of the Bible Belt. There are 500 different denominations that have their headquarters here, and including the National Baptist Convention, and so in Catholic charities. And so because there's so many of them, this has been a base for refugee resettlement. So we have people here from all over the world. We have Hmong, we have Vietnamese, Sudanese, Somalians. We have Kurds here. Nashville's nickname is Little Kurdistan because there are more Kurds in Nashville than any place in the world except Kurdistan. And so most of that community is in Southeast Nashville. And it's just, I can just go on about it. But I had a student who actually was Ghanaian. Well, her parents were Ghanaian, and she was probably about 16. And her project was to do a story map of all of the independently owned restaurants in Nashville, and restaurants and markets in Nashville. And I told her this is a brilliant idea because a lot of people, including myself, you know, when we travel a lot, you know, I don't want to go to Miami and go to Applebee's. You know, I don't want to go to my students, took my students to New Orleans and they went to Popeyes. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You know, you can go to Popeyes down the street from TSU in Nashville. You know, so, you know, we want to go to these, you know, locally owned restaurants. But because Nashville has this country music aura about it, people would never realize that there are all kinds of restaurants here. You know, people settle here and have a community. For example, there are at least 3 Ethiopian restaurants in Nashville, at least 3, which you would never think. You know, there are international markets here. There's a market called KNS where they have live fish. I mean, you can go in and pick your fish out. You can't get any more fresh than that, right? I mean, they have everything in these stores because a lot of the Krogers and whatever supermarkets we have, Publix, don't carry the items that people are used to having wherever they come from. And I told the student, I said, this is brilliant because Nashville before the pandemic, I guess we'll come back. Nashville was on this top 5 tourism list. I mean, Nashville became this it city. There were people coming here all the time, and they look for, you know, authentic dining experiences. You know, and so, but how would they know about any of these places unless we put them on a map? And I told her, if you could actually push this to a mobile app and people could get here, plug in, call it whatever, and find an Ethiopian restaurant, Vietnamese, I mean, like authentic. There's a Mexican restaurant here where, you know, I don't speak Spanish. And if you don't, you're going to be it's like, no hables inglés in these places, man. I mean, in this place, but the food, I'm not an expert on Mexican food, but the people that eat Mexican food all the time are like, oh, you know, this is the real thing, you know, as opposed to Chipotle, you know. I told one of my students, one of my Latinx students, that I thought Chipotle was authentic, and they laughed me straight out of the classroom. That's like saying P.F. Chang's is authentic, you know, Asian cuisine, you know. But anyway, so I said all that to say that, you know, in order to foster tourism, you know, this type of platform could be moved onto a mobile app. Now, you know, that step, I probably, if I had time, could get into mobile app development, but that technology's kind of passed me by a little bit. But if you find there's probably somebody 25 that could take this and put it right to a mobile app in 10 minutes. I'm serious. They're like, oh, sure, yes. And then just have all this content. That's essentially what was done in Overtown. They just took it to the next step. Okay. 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 So there's we need to put that restaurant, Anna Ruth's parents' restaurant, on the map. Yeah.
Oh no, but it's not in South Dade.
Oh, it's not in South Dade. Okay.
No. It's in like Hialeah, Miami Lakes area.
Okay. We'll have to check that out. Like I said, I'm not the expert by any means. Seafood, shellfish, not big barbecue either. Okay, let's see. See, this is where, I mean, I wish that, you know, if we were all in a PC lab, we could just be doing this interactively. But like I said, at some point soon, if you all are taking notes, Keith, just you get the password and everything, and this is going to be all yours, you know, and you can share it with me. But yeah, so that's the whole point. but y'all are getting the hang of this. It's not that difficult. Like I said, and if you get the free version, import, let's see. And let's see, what else do we have? Okay, we'll get them all on here and then we'll see. How much time do we have left? We've got till like 1:30, right? Or
1:30, 1-ish.
Yeah,
Depends.
maybe we'll wrap up early. Okay, Pinto's Farm. Let's just knock these out. Okay, so where is Pinto's Farm?
We said this one was right across Monkey Jungle. So
Oh, okay.
on 216th Street and 147th Ave.
Oh. 216th and
147th.
Okay, there's 216th and 147. All right. Does this look like it? It's definitely a farm.
Yeah, I think I would assume so.
Sorry, which one is this again?
Pinto's Farm.
Sorry, I can't help with that one.
Yeah, me neither. But I see on my map that it's right across Monkey Jungle. So I assume that yes, it is.
It's the one that's a little bit more to the left where all the trees are.
This?
That one. Yeah, because it has a lake.
Okay, so we got it.
Thank you, Alexi.
I guess we'll just click on a lake since that's close enough. Import. And so what is Pinto's Farm? What is it like what is it? Is it a
It's like an activity farm. They do events there sometimes, like in October they have like pumpkins and stuff, and
in October they have a what?
like a pumpkin festival, and they have like a petting zoo.
I think they might also have like strawberry picking, right? Or am I thinking about something else?
Yes, I remember my mom telling me about that.
I don't know. There's like 50 different places in the Redlands that have strawberry picking. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, I'm on your Facebook now.
And that's another thing. If we I could throw a link in here. I don't know if the link would be live. Like this is an older version. Of Story Map. I just, like I said, I'll show you one of the newer versions of Story Map. I just like this one because it's just, I don't know. To me, it's more of a map. The newer version of Story Map, you might have even seen some of the newer Story Map versions and not realize that it was a story map because it's not really a map to me. It's more of something else, like something else you would see online. Okay, so
Now that we have a few, how can we see like what the end result looks like? Oh,
yeah,
this
I'll
is
do
still
that.
the editing mode, right?
Yeah, we're still in editor. Yeah, once I well, let's see. If I go to share,
Is he in preview? Oh, that's
okay. So I'll put this in the chat, and that should be it. So let's see if that works. Because I'm in editor mode. It'll be weird if I do it. But can y'all see? Can y'all see it at that link? Should be?
Yes.
Okay, so you can kind of see.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Oh, okay, yeah, it does. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm in the editor mode, so you can kind of fly around, and like I said, it's a simple. Like I said, this is a start. You can use it for your own purposes, or like I said, it can be ramped up to let's see. So that's Pinto's Farm. We got Robert is here. Okay, this Pioneer Museum. Where's that?
I don't know what Pioneer Museum is.
Oh, is it on our list? Maybe it's on our list. There's a railroad museum.
Okay, yeah. It's by Florida City. I'm seeing. Mm-hmm. This one is by US 1. And
Let's see, US 1. Oh, is that Dixie Highway? Yeah, one is Dixie Highway.
mm-hmm. I think I'm not sure what the intersecting street is. It says Arthur Vining Davis Parkway. That is a long street name.
Said Arthur. Am I close? Am I in the neighborhood? It said it's in Florida City.
Yes.
Near
let me see. It might be okay, sorry. I'm
It's
trying.
on like the north side of Florida City.
Okay.
I think it's right where that little curve is, like, or a little above. Yeah, okay. On the wait. Go up a little bit. Okay, I think on the left side. Does that say? Is that it?
Yeah, behind the Best Buy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, Best Buy. Okay. So, oops. Does that look down? Or that? It's kind. No, maybe I don't know. So he says on. What's the? Is there an address?
Yes. The address is oh.
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
Oh, okay.
All right. Perfect. Boom. Import. Save. So does anyone know what this is? The Pioneer Museum. I guess. Well, there's a research opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's yeah. So you can have, if you have young people who are interested in the history, they can, something do.
And
Something
some
do.
of the pictures are from like my other community champions that weren't able to make it today. So
Oh,
like
okay.
they might know like more details about the locations and stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you all have the database right there, so you can just add to that. It's shared with you all. So, and like I said, this is just the start. You can, build the database anytime. Anytime you can have a Zoom meeting and just open up the database. And does anyone know? Name something. It's 21. Keep going, and then and then I actually well, see what time it is. I mean, it's not going to take long. I don't want to get off. I'll do that later. I'm not gonna multitask. You know what happens.
Dr. Padgett, I had
Yes.
a quick question. So, like, you know how we just added this new location? Will that same link you sent work if we refresh the page with the
Yeah,
new?
it should. Yeah, it should be. If you refresh, you should see the changes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, so we have the Pioneer Museum. Boom, boom, boom. Import. Okay, Pintos got that. Got that. Oh, the Secret Gardens. What in the world? All right. Let's see. Does anybody know where that is? I guess that's like an arboretum or something.
14450 Southwest 248th Street.
238.
248th Street. I'll drop it in chat.
Okay, there's two. What was that address again? Yeah, I can't really see the chat easily with this Zoom.
It intersects with so it's Southwest 248th Street and then 147th Avenue.
Okay, so it's to the east.
And it's a little close to US 1.
Said it's 248 and 147.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The bottom right there. That's where my maps are telling me it is, that space.
This right here.
Maybe, yeah. Well,
Yeah, there's some gardens here. And some
yeah.
palm trees. That's probably it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else around there looks like. So, but this isn't it, right? But that's it. Okay. It looks like okay. All right. I guess we'll drop a pin there.
Apparently, it's a popular photography place.
Oh, it's like people would do like prom and wedding photos and things like that there.
Teens, yeah. I'm learning a lot too, Keith.
Yeah, a lot of these places I've never heard of, but like I'm definitely gonna visit them right now.
Yeah, I think that there's events at this place a lot of the time. Like they do like the Secret Garden like yearly events, and they do it. They have like lights all over the gardens and like lots of drinks and food. Obviously, with COVID last year, I don't think it happened, but maybe this year. It's usually like in October, from what I remember.
I'm just gonna make up.
Oh, and they host weddings there too, not just photography. They actually like also host events.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm looking at their website. It's really cool.
Yeah. I had
like
no
I said,
idea that existed.
you can add. I think for the Overtown site, I did throw in the links to the archive. So that's another thing. Like I said, I don't know if the links will be live on this older version, but on the newer version. Let's see. I think we don't have too many more to go. So you got Gardens. Yep, got that. Oh. So we've got Miami-Dade College Homestead. So where is that?
That is okay.
I know it's right by La Mikio. I'm totally pronouncing that incorrectly, so I apologize for all the Spanish speakers. But it's right by the ice cream place.
Oh, and what was that address?
It's more south.
Yeah. It's 500 College Terrace.
Yeah, see, in this mode, I can't see the other College Terrace. Am I warm?
Let me see. Sorry.
Oh, it's in Homestead somewhere.
okay.
Okay. It should pop up. It should be pretty obvious. Pretty.
A little more south because it's
Okay.
past the park there.
Okay, so past JD Red Park.
But it's still in like that general area.
Okay, what's this looks?
You went too far.
Oh, too far south. Okay. Oh, the B is a BMX. It should be pretty easy to see. For the parking lot. What was that?
Yeah, I think it's that triangle right there.
Oh, there it is. There we go. All right. Plop that in there. Import. Save. All right. Let's see a couple more here. And we can go move on. I'll just next after this, I'm going to talk about maybe doing some on the ground work, and then I'll show you the and then we'll just talk about next steps from here. So you got Monkey Jungle. So yeah, we still don't, that's not, we'll just leave that picture right there. Here's this, so the last one will be this Dooney, is it done? Dooney's Farm. I mean, where is Dooney's Farm?
How do you spell that? I'm sorry. Is it D-U-N-S?
I think it's D-U-N''S. D-U-N-I''S. Yes, D-U-N-I''S. Dooney's Farm.
Oh, it's the place where you can go horseback riding. I looked it up as well. Yeah, I know it says D-U-N''S.
Dooney's Farm.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I didn't know.
Yeah, I
Where is
didn't
it?
either.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Is there an
I
address?
mean, I know there's a bunch of horse farms in the Redlands, but I didn't.
Oh, yeah, what's the address?
All right, friends, help.
The address is 15885 Southwest 246th Street, Homestead. Southwest
Okay.
246th Street, Homestead 15885.
It said 246.
Yes, 246th Street. And the numbers in the beginning are 15885 Southwest 246th Street.
It said it said 15. Okay, here's 246. And it said 155 or 158. What's the address one more time?
15885 Southwest 246th Street.
Wow, where in the world? Okay. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Yeah, they're serious with these numbered streets. You should never get lost down here with these numbered streets.
Our streets are so crazy.
But really, it's just, I mean,
They're
you
not-
know, block everything is in just based upon the numbers. All right, so it's 246 and it's 158. So there's 159. So it's somewhere. Does this look like, am I close? There's two, it looks like that could be it. Unfortunately, it's not labeled.
I didn't even know this place existed. So
Apparently, it's an event branch. They host parties and stuff.
Ooh.
It looks like an old West ranch.
Yeah, I was trying to look at their site. It keeps taking me to Facebook. I don't know if they have their own website.
Yeah, when I clicked on the website too, same thing. It took me to Facebook. And their Instagram is private, so.
Oh.
Okay, so 158. So I'm gonna try to do this. What in the world?
We can give you the address if you want.
Yeah, what is it?
It's 15885 Southwest 246th Street.
Oh, there it is.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I think we were there. We were there. There's 246. Wait a minute.
But it says Dooney's Farm on the bottom under Maya's detailing.
Oh. I can't even find their website. So
Okay, let me get a bead on it. So here is
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't know about that. No, somebody. You gotta be careful sometimes with Google Maps because this is because there's Dooney's Farm, the pin, but then the lat long drop the address puts you here because this does not look like a farm. I don't know what that is.
Could it maybe be the entrance that they pinned, and then when you? Oh no, it doesn't go all the way. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff around it. There's a church. There's a Cub Scout camp. Yeah. You got to be. Yeah, I was in I think I was in Miami downtown last year sometime, not the year before last, and we were looking for. There was a Groovy's Pizza pin drop, and we were walking around, and I was so frustrated, not realizing that the Groovy's Pizza is down in Coral Gables somewhere. We were somebody put that pin on the map. So people just update the Google Maps and say, here's where it is. But this looks more like a farm here, whatever that is. So, and that is right at 240. Here's 246 here. And that's about where because this is 159, I think. I'm sure that's 150. No, this is 157. I think this is 159. So 158 would have to be somewhere in here. So it's got to be, let me see. And okay, let me go back to the ARC map. Okay, let me see if that looks like the same. Okay, there's that little whatever that is. And this looks like it must, wait a minute, let me go back one more time. All right, this looks like that's gonna be it. We'll see. That looks like was it Dooney's? That looks like something that would be. Oh yeah. Oh, that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it. All right.
They have a pool.
I think we're gonna have to do like a little road trip in our cars and go to all these places, take pictures.
We'll get the bread first, then go get the Mexican candy.
I have a good Salvador. There's a good pupusa place that's not Mexican food, but we can get yummy Salvadorian food too.
Do you know of any Haitian bakeries or restaurants down in Homestead?
Ooh, no. I feel like I've heard of places, but like not in South Dade, only like in like central Miami-Dade.
Yeah, I know like Little
I
Haiti
know.
area, but nothing in South Dade. I'm just curious.
I know there is one, I think in like around downtown Homestead, but I don't remember the name. I'm sorry. I can ask somebody for you though.
So so that's it. We have variety of, so you notice it just navigates around the map, takes your guest around different spots. And again, I think there's a way, we just kind of blew through this, but there should be a way to, if you wanted to make it a driving tour, put it in some logical order so that a person could go from 1 to 2 to 3 or what have you. But this area is so, you can organize it however you like. So let's go back.
I have another question. The layout
Yes.
that Overtown had, I don't know if you dropped the link in the chat, but I kind of like that layout. Is it easy enough to switch to different layouts?
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, you can change to, well, I guess in this
Okay, I
case, we
see.
either have
Got it.
side panel,
Got it.
3-panel, integrated. Yeah, you can change that. Let's say you have 3 different layouts. Let me, before we go on with the rest of the agenda, we have 20 minutes. Well, so we've got our preliminary story map, and of course you have your folder here with the photos. You can add more photos, and I also have I'll give you the Flickr account information. So if at some point you're able to meet collectively and you want to do some smaller group mapping, like on the ground, walking neighborhoods. And I have a couple of tutorials for doing that here, but basically you can use one of the apps that we use is called Where Am I At? And so it actually acts as a GPS receiver for your smartphone, and so it just gives you a latitude and longitude, and then so it's Where Am I At? I think there's one called Where Am I At and one's called Where I Am. One's for Android. I guess Where Am I At is for iPhones, and in the Android I think it's called Where I Am. Just put it on your phone, and wherever you are, it gives you your latitude and longitude, and then you can pop that into the data table here. Or if you have a larger area and we when we did this the first time, I think we did this interactively using Google Maps. And with Google Maps, let's see, if you, let's stay here. If this was our location of interest, there you drop a pin and it gives you the latitude and longitude right there. And you can just put that right into your data table for your sites. So you have your lat long. Someone in your group got the latitude and longitude. Wow. That's highly accurate. That's a lot of digits. Every number behind the decimal is a higher level of accuracy. So each degree of latitude or longitude is about 69 miles. So what you're looking at is 1/10th, 100th, 100,000th, 10,000th.
That's pretty good.
Millionth.
I think they were in the majority, my team populated from Google Maps, and then I copied and pasted them onto there. But I made sure that the text was just like pasted as a text, because like the sheet tried to like shorten it, and then I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know if that was gonna mess up the point, so I like
Yeah,
made
oh,
sure.
no, yeah, that's the one thing that I always say to students: do not round these numbers off,
Yeah,
because if
yeah.
you round them off, you get less accuracy.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah,
that's what it was doing. So I was like, oh no. So I like played around with it and made it just like paste it as plain text. But they were the ones that got it, all my team.
okay, so I think what I did was here's the South Dade content, and then so notice that the story map becomes part of your account here. Let me see, which one of these is the one that I just should have just looked at the date. Let's see. No, that's not it. Okay. It's the asset map. Oh, okay. Now I remember. Yeah. So what I did was I took your this spreadsheet, and what you do is you download it as an Excel spreadsheet, and then save it as a CSV file, and then just pull it right in. Whoops. And then when you're in here, if you hit add here, search add layer from file, then navigate to the CSV file, which is this one. And if I was to click on this sheet, on this sheet, and then hit import layer, it'll pull it right into this map. And now you have those sites on this map. And this is just, and you click there, and all the attribute data is in this map. Now, notice that some of the sites show up as other, because when you don't pay, it only limits you to 10 points. But the way to work around that is just to break it up in the spreadsheet. Have a spreadsheet that has 10 locations on it, and sometimes you might want to do that anyway, because you might want to say, okay, so if you do the sort here, and this is why we have these, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. Where's the undo button? Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, if you sort correctly, you'll get these different places. I guess that's sort. I mean, I guess it is what it is. Let me see. I'm not the. So notice you have your different categories here. So you could say make a spreadsheet of historical landmarks and then pull that in. And then all the restaurants, clip that out as a spreadsheet, pull that in. And then each one of those has less than 10. And then they would each show up as a different layer on your asset map. And so that kind of gets you around this block. Or you could pay the $100. One or the other. So yeah, so if you continue to build out that spreadsheet, like I said, it's very simple. I can just demonstrate it here. You go, whoops. Where is it? So here is the spreadsheet. There it is, 4/30/2021. So you just go here. Some of you are probably better in Excel than I am. I'm sure y'all are. This guy's just, we already know this, Dr. Padgett. But just in case there's someone who doesn't know, just go here, File, Save As, boom, and then drop this down. And then you want to save it as that comma delimited format. And once you save it as that, Then you can, again, pop it right into, you go to add, and like I said, add here, go get it, import that layer, and boom, and then it's in here. And you can, if you play with this enough, you can change the symbols to whatever. But as you can see, all your points are here on this map. And this is just a way of having all your points on a base map or in one place. And then you'll know the locations. Maybe we could have used this when we were trying to navigate around, but you know, that was fun having everybody chip in and navigate around instead of just. But this you can also, yeah, this would have been a lot easier. but yeah. So you have, so this is also, like I said, the same password is here. I can see, is this public? Yeah, actually this map, the link to this map is on the, yeah, the link to this map is right there. So that's the map you just saw. Yeah, so if you, like later on, if you actually want to meet in person, get more community, like neighborhood level activity, then you just go out.
Oh, we're
Collect
definitely
the,
gonna be using this.
collect the points, take pictures with your iPhones or whatever, take pictures, wherever you want to take pictures. Then get the lat long of each position, put it into the spreadsheet. And you all know already how to do that. And then, well, won't be me. You all are skilled enough. One of you all will just import the sites, and you can just constantly and continuously. This is like a living document. So
I love this.
that's the power of the online mapping, is that it's never just a map that stays still. You can just constantly update it. So what we will have to do, it doesn't just have to be Keith, it can be anybody. And like, I'm not being gender,
and I totally commend Anna Ruth and Marlene for like spearheading this activity, because I'm just learning so much right now.
No, I love it. I'm learning as much as you all are learning too. I definitely see that we're gonna be heavily using this. Like, I think this is a little side related to Catalyst, but through a fellowship I'm doing about bus stops and how they're not protected and everything. I might use it to document all of the bus stops in like the area and show like the differences between them. But this is really cool. Like, I love this. I'm a visual learner, so this is good for me.
Yeah, we actually had years ago, so many years ago, I think one of these students recently turned 40. I mean, I don't have any kids, but when your students start posting on their social media, I'm 40. I'm like, wait, you can't be 40. No, I've not been teaching that long. And I like do the math. But yeah, she recently turned 40. There was actually 3 of them. And what happened was Nashville was being sued by advocates for the Americans with Disabilities Act. And what happened was a lot of the bus stops were out of compliance with ADA. I mean, bad. And so, but the city of at that time, it was so long ago, Nashville did not have GPS. They did not have GPS capability, but my lab did. And so we arranged for my students, it was my students, the ADA representatives, the local transit authority, and we also took an individual who, actually had, disabilities, challenges, because there were things that, as a person, the only time I was on crutches for about 6 months one time, and it was eye-opening. I mean, places that I could just go, I was like, wait a minute, I can't get there. Places that seemed like they were nowhere, were just on crutches. I was like, oh my gosh, and it was hot. I tried to go grocery shopping on crutches, and I went to the store, and I'm walking, I'm hot, and I didn't realize that my bag had a hole in it. And I'm so hot and angry and frustrated. By the time I got home, I looked down, and all of my groceries from one bag were just down the street. I was like, wow. Yeah. So we took someone who So one of the things that we noticed is that some of the bus shelters had trash cans, which great, you know, we're gonna keep litter, but the way the trash cans were positioned, you could not get a wheelchair past them into the shelter. And we would have never known that unless you were in a wheelchair. And so, yeah, and then another thing was, now I don't know how it is in South Florida, but Nashville, the bus stops wherever people wanted to stop, right? If you see a patch on the ground, and like there's a hotel. I used to live right across the street from a hotel, and all the housekeepers would stand not anywhere near a bus stop. They would stand in front of the hotel, and that's where the bus would stop, because the actual bus stop was another couple of blocks down the road. But they worked it out with the bus driver that, you know, can you stop here? Okay, no sign. So we had to ride. My students had to ride the buses with a GPS receiver to figure out exactly where these bus stops are, right? But at the end of the day, we did the same thing. We took pictures. This was before, it was basically a story map that took pictures and got that long locations and filled out this, there was like a 90 question questionnaire for that determined whether or not a bus shelter was in compliance with ADA. And so they had to key that into the GPS receivers. And yeah, there was and then a couple of summers ago, one of those other students, her project was to look at bus shelters and elderly populations. And so she overlaid the places where there were bus shelters against age. And what she found out was that there were places where there were high numbers of elderly people who do not drive, who rely upon the bus, and they're standing out there unprotected. And so she presented that to the Metropolitan Transit Authority here, and they actually took action on some of those places where you had large numbers of elderly people stand out. And she even took pictures, you know, with permission of some of the senior citizens standing outside in the rain and the heat. And and the thing about it now is that some of the shelters that the city eventually put up have like solar powered air conditioning. So it's like solar powered AC.
That's our goal. That's my goal with my project for the fellowship, is to at least have one model like sheltered bus stop of like that's follows all of the regulations and things that we can actually like push forward. Because here in Miami, the majority of the bus stops is just a little pole that says the bus route, like bus route 1, and that's it. And we have a high population of elderly folks that, like you said, they don't drive anywhere. And I see them in my area all the time standing, and I'm like this poor like 80-year-old 90-year-old woman standing there, and I'm like I feel bad. And you would think, right, having so much sunshine and everything in our area, they would be like, yeah, solar panels, let's get this going. But it's very rare that there's like a sheltered bus stop that's decent and has seating and anything. So I think I'm going to use that. I'm going to use this for that project, just to
I think that would be great. I think and then even like what sometimes when you go to the supermarket is here, the bus stop is like a whole mile down. It's like, well, if I needed to go to, like you were saying, get my groceries, put it in a backpack or something, get on the bus, it's like you have to truck through the sun and the rain and all that to get there.
Mm-hmm. I think having like a visual, we could present it to like the county commissioners or like the committees and be like, hey, like we did our own research, this is what we found, and this is all of our stuff. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I could show you, not today, but I mean, I could share, and Dr. King has seen this years ago, not a couple of years after Hurricane Katrina, the Red Cross was doing these inner city emergency response workshops. So they did one here, and I asked the leader, well, where are the Red Cross shelters in Nashville? And he said, well, they're all over town. I said, well, do you have a map? He said, no. And so at the time, just before that, I had built a geographic information systems lab at one of our Title I schools, Pearl Cone High School, in their 9th grade academy. And so my students were training the 9th graders in how to use GIS. So I would train my students, and their assignment was to train those students. You know, like I said, you don't know, the best way to learn, if you really know anything, is to try to teach it to somebody else, especially a 9th grader who really isn't trying to hear anything you got to say, you know. So I told the Red Cross, I said, the 9th graders at Pearl Cone High School are going to make your maps. Just so they gave us the papers with all the shelter information on it. And when the young people did the maps and found out that in one of the most, if not the most vulnerable communities, there were almost no shelters. And the Red Cross didn't know that until that was on a map, until they could see, here's the 37208 zip code area, where are your shelters? There are none. And this is a community that would be in big trouble if we did have a huge event here a year later. And so the Red Cross, once they saw that, actually immediately partnered with the National Baptist Convention, which is the largest African-American religious organization in the United States, with like 10 million members, but they're headquartered in Nashville. And 85% of the Red Cross shelters are at faith-based institutions. So they were the perfect partner. And so so what happened was the people in the community were expecting the Red Cross to show up and say, hey, you want to be a shelter? And the Red Cross was waiting for people to walk in their doors and say, we want to be a shelter. So because of that breakdown in communication, you wound up with no shelters. And so to the Red Cross's credit, they publicly acknowledged and gave commendations to each of those 18 students. Because, you know, a lot of times adults take credit for what kids do. You know, like, oh yes, we've discovered that there are no shelters, and forget the kids, you know. But no, they on the news, on television, gave each of those I guess they were 13, 14 years old, gave each of them a commendation. And I said, this, you know, you guys are literally saving lives perhaps with this project. So yeah, and those are 9th graders, you know, so it's great. And one of the things is that you know, the young people can really catch on fast. And now I'm gonna just one more quick anecdote, and I'll show you something else. I was teaching a GIS class, the Upward Bound. Y'all know what Upward Bound is? It's like kids, it's a federally funded program. So I had the little kids, I could scare them into working. The older kids are like, look, we're getting ready to graduate. Upward Bound is a program that gets lower income kids ready for college, right? The older kids were like, look, no playtime, we're getting ready to go to college. The ones that were in the 10th and 11th grade, I couldn't get them to do anything, nothing, right? And there were more of them than anybody else. One day, just by chance, I had all boys, and we just popped through it. I said, oh, now I know what's wrong with y'all, it's your hormones. But because Upward Bound is a federally funded program, you can't separate by gender. So I would say, oh, today, if your last name is and starts with J-R, I just made it, it's not by gender. And so when I had the girls by themselves, there was one young lady that just got it. I mean, every now and then you'll find a young person that just gets this stuff, right? She just got it. And so I had her helping the other young ladies. But then we had a site visit. So here comes, you know, the feds were in town. So I had to put the kids back together in the same room. This same young lady, now the boys are there. I don't know what I'm doing. Can one of you guys help me? I was like, oh, no. I said, we're going to have a family discussion right here. Turn off the computers. You know, I said, first of all, you need to be helping these knuckleheads. You know, 10 times, they can't help you. And I said, you know, young ladies, don't ever dumb yourself down for a dude. Don't ever dumb yourself down. And then guys, you know, think about it. Later on in life, you might want to be with somebody. Do you want the mother of your kids to be dumb? I don't think so. So that was just, anyway, but it was amazing. I can just tell you so many stories of teaching this technology. But so I want to show you something. Now, but don't be intimidated, okay? This is the Proctor Creek watershed story map in Atlanta. And oh yeah. Now it took this took 2 years. Let me see. I can put this link in the chat, I think. It took 2 years to do this, and a team of GIS specialists. Don't think, oh my gosh, we're not doing anything. Let me see. That might not be. Let me shorten the URL here. Oops. Goodness. Yeah, but this is just showing you the possibilities, and I'm sure y'all have seen the Overtown map.
It works. The link you sent.
Oh, okay. But yeah, these are the possibilities. But again, so this is a story map done with the same software, but this was an EPA funded, techie. But if you get funds and get some backing, this is what can be done with the story maps.
This is really good. Like, wow, super impressed.
So it's $100 for nonprofits.
Yeah, I mean, now it's for the license. Now the team that put this together, and it wasn't just the EPA. I mean, there were the people from the community-based organization. Actually, it's there were plenty of, well, who's here? Story map, EPA. Oh yeah, it was of course Dr. Osborne, Daryl Haddock. This is the West Atlanta Watershed Alliance, and a bunch of other people. You got Grant, money, and a bunch of contractors. So, but this is where you can go. I didn't want to show you this at first and then show you ours, and you're like, oh, we're not doing anything. This is what we want now. But this is 2 years of work, a whole team. But with just you all can do great things. Let me see if I can find one more thing. Let me see if I can hopefully. It's called activate.
Yeah, this would be a really cool thing to also do with the other organizations regarding like climate change, how they did it too here. That would be cool.
Yeah, I think this is it. Come on up. Yeah, this is what yeah, this is it. This is what Overtown. So they took that original base map and then created this Activate Overtown track map. So you saw that original base map, but then it moved to this where you can, I guess, put this in your mobile device and walk around. And all historic sites in the Going Overtown directory. So like I said, this is the next step from what you're doing. And I think Catalyst Miami was involved in, so you got the people, I guess this is your map. I'm telling you something that you already know about. But actually I didn't know about it. And I was speaking of going out to eat at authentic neighborhood restaurants. I was at Red Rooster in Overtown. I walked outside and I saw this. I'm like, wait a minute, this looks familiar. It looks very familiar. So I scanned the QR code. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh wow, this is amazing. I had no idea. But yeah, this is the next step. So anyway, so yeah, so that's just I'm sure y'all have seen that, not that, but the Activate Overtown. I'm sure you all helped to create it. I mean, you all Catalyst.
Yeah,
Catalyst.
I think we saw like the original version for like we haven't seen this like this version. I think we might have seen the base map.
Okay. But yeah, that base that first, so that got. They apparently found someone to take it to this level. So it's really neat. And again, like they're going to add oral history. So I guess if somebody is some octogenarian or whatever they call people in their 90s was around when these places were active, that's really neat. In fact, in Nashville, the elders were talking about during the 1960s, there was a headquarters for the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, in Nashville, but it obviously wasn't there. And so the elder said, no, it was right here at a place that was a vacant lot. And so some of the faculty members, history faculty members from TSU and people in the community actually went back in the archives, and sure enough, there it was, the pictures. So now there's an historical marker at that site. So yeah, so a lot of times people, the elders have a lot of knowledge, and they can come out and you'd be amazed that, a lot of buildings and structures that are no longer here can still be put on a map and acknowledged today through this process. So I guess that's so I guess in terms of next steps, I will send the various passwords along to you all, and then moving forward, I mean, you all seem like you can just take off with this, but if you need any help, I'm here. But I think you all probably, this is recorded, so you all can probably just, build upon what's been done here.
And
Just
we
make,
have all the links.
excuse me?
Yeah.
Save the chat so we have all the links.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have the links. But yeah,
It's all sorry. It's all recorded, and I think I shared you all on the agenda too. On Google Drive, so all the links will also be there too.
Okay,
And
great.
Dr. Padgett's gonna send us the logins.
Yeah, I'll send you the passwords for the yeah, you need the password for the ArcGIS Online account, which connects to a Gmail account. And also, let's see, what's the other? I think those are the only two passwords.
Or the Flickr? No.
Oh, Flickr. Yeah, the Flickr account. That's it. Thank you. Yes, a Flickr account. And then yeah, let me see what password. Yeah, I think I use the same. Yeah. You all will find out at some point in your lives that your short-term memory will go poof. And when I was a kid, I could see a word one time. Didn't matter what the word it was when I was a kid, and I could spell it once. I was a spelling bee champion. I could see a word one time. And now I'll be like, okay, tomorrow, is that 2 M's or 2 R's?
Oh no, I feel
necessary. The word necessary. I'm like, okay, I mean, any word that has like I don't know. I gotta Google it. I'm just embarrassing. But that's what happens, But you all, with you young people, your photographic memories, no problem. Remember anything.
I totally wish that was true.
Yeah, I'm like, I have to sound out like Wednesday, like Wednesday.
Just
and
wait.
Restaurant too, like restaurants that like rest and you rant. It's the only way I can remember to spell it.
Just wait. I mean, and one time I got upset. I didn't really get upset since my mom, but I'm an only child and she forgot my birthday, right? She calls me the day after my birthday. Happy birthday. I'm like, Mom, of all people, you should know. But, she was in her late 70s. She said, oh, Ma, I just forgot. I'm like, oh, Mom, okay, I was there, but hey, but you should remember that day. But, hey. But I understand now. Yeah, I mean, I get it now. So, but yeah, I'll send along all that information, and yeah, this is just the beginning. Like I said, you can just take this and do so much with it. And there are all kinds of tutorials if you're into that kind of thing, self-taught, and you can get into the desktop version and ArcMap if you just really want to go for it. Yeah, so.
Can I just say, Dr. Padgett, like you explained this so easily and so well, because I feel like I've been through like a few of these like quick trainings of like the maps and stuff, and every single time I'm lost. But this is like the first time that I'm like, oh, okay, now I understand what they're doing and everything. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but that's how I feel.
Yeah, well, it helped that you all had the data table and that made it a lot easier. You know, that made it a lot easier. So thank you for that. There was one other thing I was gonna say that I forgot, of course. But oh man, something about, anyway, but it'll come back to me after we're done, of course. But but yeah, so yeah, thanks for you know, contributing the database and all that. And man, there was something I can't.
Were you gonna ask if somebody was gonna take on the role of
Yeah, I
continuing?
was. No, I mean, I'm gonna send everybody, you know, all the passwords right after this, if I don't forget. But no, I'll remember.
I
And
think what we'll
just
do is like we have a meeting on Monday with my team, so we can go over like what this training was about, and I'll share the recording with them too. And since we can do like multiple kind of like layers of like maps, I'm gonna like designate like one person will be in charge of like this type of map and like this one, and then we can all collaboratively join and maybe decide like, okay, this weekend you'll work on your map. And I think that
yeah,
that's the easiest way.
yeah. Protect the passwords, though. You know, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one thing about open source is, you know. Well, I remember what I was gonna say now. Yeah, I don't know where you went to get training, but the main educator for people who use GIS are vendors, people who sell the product. So yeah, they're gonna make it easy. Oh, look at this, you can do this. Oh, everything is and then you take the training, you think, oh, I can really do something. Then you get raw data, you know, and then you're like, wait, you know, wait, what? You know, it's
It's
like
been, the trainings have been like really short. Like we did like a photo voicing program with like and like they have like a map person, so he does like a little quick like 30-minute intro thing, but that was intense. I was like, I have no idea what's going on here.
yeah, or you get people who are techs who
Mhm.
aren't necessarily teachers, but yeah, so yeah, I understand, but yeah, like, but if I'm trying to sell you, if I'm trying to get you to buy my software, I'm not going to have you in the training going, oh my god, I can't do this, and then you're not going to buy the software. I'm going to make it. It's imagine if, say, Chevrolet had a driving school. You think you're going to learn how to drive a Ford at a Chevrolet school? No, you're going to learn. And you're going to ever see those commercials where the car is just driving on an open road? That's how your training, your driving class is going to be. Whereas if you've ever been, I mean, when I went to driving school, like the first day, the teacher showed us all the aftermath of these like drunk driving. I mean, we're sitting there like, oh my God, you know, yeah, I'm going to put on 3 seat belts. I'm not going to speed, you know, I mean, but that's real. So like I said, today, because you all prepped me so well, we didn't have any glitches, you know, but there's been times I'm in there and the flicker doesn't connect, and in there trying to get the flicker to work. It's just, you know, but that's real, you know. That's what I tell my students. When I have clients and they want me to figure something out, that's what I'm trying to figure out, like what went wrong. But if you're in a situation where nothing ever goes wrong, then, you know, how can you fix anything? So, but yeah, thank you all. Y'all are, you know, had everything prepped up, so this made it a breeze, and I think y'all are just ready to roll with it.
Thanks, everyone, especially Anna Ruth, Dr. King, and Dr. Padgett, and Marlene.
Yeah, I think Marlene froze and she like left.
Okay.
Oh, well, thank you everybody for joining today. We are looking forward to seeing your ongoing maps. I think Dr. Padgett will tell you this is a process that's kind of ongoing, and so I had actually not seen that version of the story map, Dr. Padgett. So that you just shared with us for Overtown, it is like enhanced significantly from the last time I saw it. So view this as an ongoing project, and we look forward to seeing kind of what you come up with. So thanks for joining us on a Saturday morning.
Yes, thank you so much
Yeah.
for having us, and
Thank
we'll keep in
you.
touch.
Thanks.
All
Okay.
right.
Thanks,
Have a
everybody.
good day.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.